I'm 38M, work in IT, and figured I had a pretty average life. Married for 12 years, no kids by choice, 2 dogs, quiet neighborhood, nothing too exciting. My wife worked reception at this fancy cosmetic clinic. She always seemed grounded, dependable. Lately, she'd been a little distant, sure, but I chalked it up to stress. I wasn't the type to snoop or overthink. Anyway, for our anniversary, we took a weekend trip to Charleston. Nice hotel, dinner reservations, the works. She was in the bathroom getting ready, and her phone buzzed. I didn't mean to check it, but I glanced and saw her voice memo app was running, like it had been recording for a while. Thought that was odd. Curiosity got the better of me. I tapped it and rewound. And there it was, her voice, laughing with her sister. He's too stupid to notice. I've been sleeping with other people for years. Years. He thinks I'm a yoga. He's like a loyal dog. Pathetic. Her sister laughed. You're terrible. No, seriously. If he ever finds out, it'll be because I tell him myself. But I won't. He's content. Too easy. I hit stop. Saved the file to my cloud. Didn't say a word. Just waited for her to come out and asked, ready for dinner? Like nothing happened. Dinner was surreal. She was chatting about how nice the place was, how we should travel more. I nodded, smiled, paid for everything, and even ordered champagne. That night, while she was in the shower, I locked myself in the bathroom and called a lawyer, someone a buddy of mine had used during his divorce. Told him I had proof of adultery and wanted to meet. He booked me for Monday morning. When we got back home, I had a locksmith scheduled for Tuesday. She went to work, and I boxed her stuff up. Changed the locks. Left her suitcase and boxes on the porch. No drama. She came home that afternoon and lost it. You changed the locks. This is MY house too. I didn't even go outside. I watched from the window as she screamed on the lawn in her little office flats, demanding to be let in. I said nothing. The next day, I had her served at her job, in front of her coworkers and boss. Yeah, petty, but I wasn't playing nice anymore. Then the game started. She blew up my phone. Angry messages, then sad ones, then guilt trips. We can fix this. I made a mistake. You'll regret doing this. Her sister even messaged me, saying I was overreacting and ruining her life over a slip-up. I sent back. She called me a loyal dog. I just learned how to bite. Blocked both. But then she tried draining our joint account. I'd already moved most of the money, so she didn't get far, but she pulled enough for me to get my lawyer involved. Then she tried to file for spousal support, claimed I emotionally abandoned her and that her mental health made it hard for her to work. Said I drove her to cheat. Yeah, that actually made it into court. My lawyer handed over the recording, the text messages, even hotel receipts from nights she said she was at yoga. We also pulled screenshots from her synced iCloud. She didn't even bother to log out of it on her shared laptop. The judge? Stone-faced. When the recording played, you could have heard a pin drop. Afterward, he looked straight at her and said, "This demonstrates a clear, intentional betrayal of marital trust." Then denied her spousal support on the spot. But here's where it gets really good. One of the guys she was hooking up with, married, and worked at her clinic. I didn't go scorched earth. I messaged his wife, said I thought her husband might be involved with mine, and I had proof if she wanted it. She wanted it. Turns out, she was already suspicious. She took what I gave her and made it public. The guy got fired. Clinic had a strict policy about relationships between employees, especially if they affected the workplace. Then someone at the clinic dug into my wife's calendar and activity logs. Found out she'd been messing with appointment schedules to leave early for hookups. Fired her too. Her life started unraveling fast. She showed up at my house 2 weeks later, crying on the porch. "You destroyed my life." No apology. Just blame. I said, "You recorded yourself." I just hit save. She tried turning mutual friends against me. Said I was cold, that I blindsided her. But most of them already suspected something was off. I shared the truth with a few of them, just enough to shut that down. Some stopped talking to her altogether. Even her own parents backed off. Her dad called me, apologized for how things turned out, said he was ashamed. I didn't need it, but it felt weirdly validating. She tried one last trick, claimed emotional abuse in a court filing, hoping to turn the case around. My lawyer laughed. We brought the same evidence again. Judge dismissed it outright. Final divorce hearing, came a few months later. She demanded half the house, my retirement account, even my car, which I bought before we got married. Judge shot down every single thing. I walked out with the house, the dogs, the car, and my money. She left with what she came in with, clothes and her car. And even though I was barely running, she had to move in with a cousin across town. Couldn't get another job in the same industry. Word got around. Last message I ever got from her: "Hope you're happy." I didn't respond. I am happy. Took a trip by myself. Got some therapy. Not because I was broken, but because I wanted to understand how I let things slide so long. I needed to rebuild on my terms. Now things are peaceful. No drama. Just quiet mornings, long walks with the dogs, and not having to wonder if the person beside me is lying straight to my face. Sometimes people underestimate you because you're not loud, because you don't lash out, because you trust. She thought I'd never find out, thought I'd never do anything even if I did. She was wrong. I didn't explode. I outmaneuvered, and I made sure she faced every consequence of what she did. If you like that little story of loyalty and legal paperwork, hit that subscribe button. You never know what kind of chaos calm people are quietly cooking